Hello there. My name is Aaron. I live in a 1992 GMC 3500 box truck. We are in the middle of a Hurricane Ian in Nova Scotia, Canada. So while we're kind of hunkered down, I'm going to do an unboxing of this bad boy. It's the Cubic Mini Cub stove. I just got it. It was around 600-ish Canadian. It's made in Canada. There's other companies who sell other ones, but this is really well reviewed, and I don't have to worry about import taxes or duties or anything like that. So we'll be doing a quick unboxing. We'll be doing a firing and a curing in another episode, and we'll be doing a setup and an install. But for now, we're just going to do an unboxing where we have our beautiful, beautiful coffee. And if the van is shaking, it's because of the hurricane. So familiar face. This is my dog Winston. He's supervising. So we're just going to set the camera up, get a decent angle. I apologize if it's a little wiggly. Zoom out a little bit, try and get a good angle and show this to you. Okay, we have to switch up a little bit because that angle was not working for us. And we usually have a box cutter, but we're using our handy dandy knife. Safety first. We're probably going to use the magic of television to make this look a lot better than it actually is. Okay, we had to cheat a little bit because we couldn't find our blade, but here's the box. It said made in Canada. It ships from Quebec. It got here in 2 days, which is pretty sweet, via Canada Post. I live in Nova Scotia, so it may vary depending on where you are, but we'll open this bad boy up. And we've got a little help card. Warning, because believe it or not, fire is hot and can cause some fires. Hi, Winnie. And we've got our little styrofoam. And that's what the top looks like. Okay, Winnie's still here. We're switching to handheld just because it's going to be easier. So take all the styrofoam out. If you're into ASMR. And feet, apparently. So I think this is the whole unit. That's just some wrapping. This thing is decently heavy. I think it's about 20-ish pounds. So we're gonna let gravity and suction do its thing. And there she is. So she's a little beautiful wood stove, pretty sturdy, about the size of my hand. I'm sorry these aren't going to be in Canadian units, but it's about 8-9 inches across, just under 10 tall, and 8 or 9 deep. The flue I did not get yet because I want to see if I can build my own. Also, my dad was a pipe fitter, so I'm going to get help with him on the install. It is a 3-inch flue. They sell kits. They have one. I think it's massively overpriced. I think it's about 330 bucks. The whole kit. I'm not saying don't get it, but we are gonna. It's a piece of pipe that needs to go through our roof, which, as you can see, is not yet fully insulated. And we also have the challenge of, because this is a box truck, I have a roll-up door. I don't need it to go all the way open most of the time, especially in winter, but it is going to be a challenge because we don't want it to hit it with our roll-up door, and also we want to have it be removable so that we can take it out in the summertime. And we're going to leave this year, but we want to be able to remove the flue and have a spot somewhere around here where we can pop through the roof. And it's got this cool little guard. It's not removable. I don't know really why you would. It would be nice if it didn't have this, so you could have some cooking space. As of right now, you know, I use a kettle on my little butane stove. That's not going to work. If you had something smaller, this is a 3-cup French press. You know, you could keep things warm. I'm sure there's a method you could cook on this, but just due to the size, I don't really think you could do a lot unless you actually got something small enough to do that with. We're just going to open her up, and then it's got the plastic, lots more bubble wrap. I don't know if there's actually anything inside. And I'm going to save this because I run a little eBay business and I can use this later. And are some feet. One fell on the floor. And from what I understand, it's pretty straightforward. This is the inside. I believe those are just thermal bricks. And the top, they said, not much to it. Simple, but a sturdy little guy that's going to help me for the winter. And putting the feet on is really simple. The bolts are already on the bottom, so we're just going to unscrew that. I haven't loosened this with a tool. These are just hand tight, and we'll just unscrew all those. And it's super simple. There's a nut and a washer. You just put them on. We're going to put them on hand tight for now, all four, and then we'll tighten them up with a screw or a wrench. I believe this is 10 or 11 millimeters. We'll find out soon enough. One feature I was curious about was I didn't know if it had things to mount it to. Obviously the legs can be mounted to this, but I'm glad there's holes in the bottom because I intend to mount it to something much more substantial. Obviously we're not going to put this on carpet because that's a bad recipe for disaster waiting to happen. Obviously all this wood as well. We're going to tilt this bad boy up just so you can see it. But she's pretty much good to go. As I mentioned, there is a curing process that you have to do where you take it outside or in a very, very, very well ventilated area. You do your first burn. You let it cook, I believe, for about an hour. It's in the instructions just right here at the bottom. And it's just going to get all the factory fumes off the paint and just give it a good first burn. After that, you let it cool down, and then you should be good to go for installation. As I said, be very, very careful. This is fire. And also behind this is my battery bank. Lithium-ion batteries do not do well in fire, so we're going to place this to the back of the vehicle. If there is a fire, we do not want those lithium-ion adding to it, making it a supernova of just bad news. And of course, like I said, solid base. I plan on getting some ceramic tile, making a custom stand for this. Ceramic tile is a good just spot to have underneath to absorb any heat. And of course, like I said, flashing all in the back. Be very, very safe and careful when you install this. There's tons of YouTube tutorials on how to do this. Get a professional if you feel more comfortable. But I feel that this is going to be a really cool addition and help me out in the winter with this bad boy. Thank you for watching. I'm really excited about this purchase. Winter's coming, van life. I don't know a ton about living it in the winter, especially in Canada. We'll see how it goes, but this is something I feel really confident about to help me out. I have a Mr. Buddy propane heater tucked away, but apparently that can cause quite a bit of condensation. So we're just going to enjoy our coffee. We'll do this burn later in another video. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Stay safe.